Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem amma ba'd. So this is your first week. Welcome to this class. This is the first time that we are actually doing this at the university level, and this is actually university required courses. So every one of you as a first year student should actually attend this class. This is sustainable development issues, principles and practices. So the first week of the class, actually we are going to talk about the introduction to sustainable development. So we are going to achieve the following our inputs and outcomes. So these are the learning inputs and outcomes. What we are going to do, number one, we are going to learn what is the definition of sustainable development and concept of sustainability. And then we are going to talk about how this evolution happened, because this evolution started long time ago, maybe 1970s or something, from unsustainable development. Then they went to millennium development, which actually ended last 2015, I guess. Then they started 17 sustainable development. So you need to understand the flow, how this evolution happened. This is actually recent time happening, because this one comes under United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And there is a need. Why? Because when we talk about United Nations, is actually the whole entire universe, right? Most of the countries, of course, is in there. Everybody is actually part and parcel of United Nations. So everybody actually thinking that we are facing major and minor issues, and we have to do something. If we fail to notice this, and if we fail to do something, it will affect the future generation. The future generation is actually you and me, or it could be you and me, or it could be our generation, our children, and then our great grandchildren and great grandchildren. So it will affect them. So it is also a kind of amana that when we are leaving this universe, we need to make this universe good for others. Yeah, that's the basic value that we are actually going to practice. That's why number two, we are going to talk about this evolution, how it's been done today, how it is. Number three, we are going to debate about what exactly development, what exactly sustainability. Yeah, because we need to understand how you define development. I know you might be thinking it's quite early to understand, but you have to understand quite early, because you don't have to wait until you become 40 to understand all this, because now it's the world become very small, the world become handy. So you need to learn everything. You need to know everything. You actually already started knowing everything. So if I ask a person like 20 years ago at your age, and today as like your age, there's a lot of differences in understanding. Yeah, so because of the world is changing and it is in your palm. Yeah, I think you can see everything. You react very fast and everything. So now that's the reason why we need to understand this development, and what need to be developed, and what need to be sustained. So now you need to understand the connection between this sustainability and development. Development was there. Development has been happening since so many years, but are those developments are sustainable? Are they sustainable, or are they unsustainable? So these are the debates we need to go for it. Number four, you have to do the finding the balance between economic development, social sustainability, environmental conservation. Let me tell you this again. Basically, these are the triangle. The triangle, it has a three side, it has a three lines, the triangle, right? This triangle, you need to understand these three things: economic development, economics, society, and environment. So economical, social, environmental. So these three things always remember. And of course, with regard to your background, all these three things are always connected. Don't think that you don't have to learn about economic development because you are not economic students. No, not like that, not like that. Everybody has to understand economic development, because the moment you are here, someone is actually spending for you, and tomorrow someone is going to spend for you, whether it is your individual or government. So the spending is always there, so the economic development is always there. And then when you are interacting with society, with people, with community, there is always social sustainability. There is always, society is everywhere, because you are not alone in this. You are part of a society. Am I right? So that's why you need to always understand society is always there, and whatever you study without society is not going to be beneficial. Number three, environmental. Remember, this environmental is what actually the resources that we are using. You and me living every day and night without, I mean, we are not living every day and night without eating, without sleeping, without using the resources. Am I right? You actually consume, because the consumption is actually everywhere. Consumption has to be responsible. If someone is actually spending tomorrow's money today, then he is not responsible, he is not a good consumer. So you are spending, eating, drinking, right? You putting some petrol to your bike, your car, and then you are going here and there. So it has the environmental conservation. Yeah, that's why these three things, always remember this: economic, social, and environmental. Yeah. Then come to number 5 here, the fundamental principles of sustainable development. These 5P, like people, planet, prosperity, peace, partnership. So remember this 5P, easy to remember. Yeah, people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. So this is what actually the principle, fundamental principle. In another way, if you want to talk about maqasid, which we will inshallah talk about next week and next to next week, which is week number 2 and 3, we are going to talk about the Islamic perspective of sustainable development. Then you will again hear from me saying that those 5 fundamental hajiyat, the zaruriyat, right, in maqasid. Like you learn somewhere, of course, these life and intellect and wealth and progeny, and then your what did I miss? Life, progeny, wealth, intellect. There is one more, I missed it. So these 5 things also, going to be related, this 5P: people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. Anyway, we will be doing this later. I just want you to tell, today you are going to learn all these 5. This is your learning outputs. Yeah. Okay, so let's start first. What do you think that system thinking? What exactly you think is system thinking? I want you to see this. Also, there's a video. I want every one of you watch the video. All right, make sure that you hear from your device. Then you will tell me what exactly you think about system thinking. Look, we are actually beginning to think, and I know everybody is thinking. Even sometimes we are sleeping, also we are thinking. But there is a straight thinking, there is a system thinking. System thinking involves, like, I understand you have the eyes, but you are focusing in front of you, amamak, kaifa khalfak. What about your behind? What about your yaminak and yasarak? What about your right and left? So sometimes we see, but we also think what's happening everywhere, right? So it's a kind of thinking that I'm telling you. You need to think about something. Do not just think that this is a thing, but go beyond and think where this stuff came from, how this food came from, how this computer made, how this university established. This is what actually called system thinking. Lot of us we don't do that thinking. That's why we don't become the thinkers. We don't do out of the box. So systems thinking can make you, to understand every single thing. It will ask you some questions. How this printer has been made? What are the particles, elements of this printer? Why, how this glass has been made? From where this glass, for example, I am holding this glass. From where this glass actually been made? What are the resources that you need? These are the thing. These are the thinking we call it. Okay, let's go to the video and then I'll ask you a few questions. Yeah. Okay.
Systems thinking means understanding how systems are interconnected, as well as understanding the dynamics within systems. A system is a configuration of parts connected and joined together by a web of relationships or networks. Systems thinking is nonlinear. This means that in systems, cause and effect are not necessarily linked or connected with simple step-by-step chains. Connections between human and natural systems are of particular interest because they offer excellent examples of cascading effects. Cascading effects means that what might seem to be a simple outcome of a given system can actually have a series of effects on other interconnected systems. Let's consider the following quick example of systems thinking. When looking at a hot dog, you might see a delicious ballpark fan favorite. However, have you ever considered how many miles, steps, or networks it takes to produce a hot dog with all your favorite toppings? Think about all the unique steps that are involved in producing just mustard. Mustard seeds come from India, and some of our favorite fancy mustards are prepared in France. Beyond the mustard seeds, mustards require turmeric, also made in India, and paprika from Hungary or the Netherlands. In addition, salt, water, and white vinegar are also needed. Considering the system that is involved in producing simply one condiment can be complex, let alone thinking about the entire process that is necessary to produce a fully loaded hot dog. People are not particularly well equipped for systems thinking. It's much easier to understand and interact with simple linear cause and effect chains. The more complex the system dynamics, the more difficult it is to know how decisions will play out. Oftentimes, decisions or actions at one point have an impact on another component within the system. For example, thinking about our ballpark hot dog, if mustard seed production is decreased by warmer weather patterns one year, then the price for this key ingredient is likely to rise. This, in turn, could limit production, making mustard seed more expensive and/or not as readily available. Within systems thinking, it is important to see the interconnected nature of all the elements and to understand that reacting to a problem in one part of the system may have unintended consequences on other components or the process as a whole. Systems thinking does not claim complete knowledge. Rather, systems thinking is about assessing the degree of system complexity, analyzing system dynamics, and making decisions that reduce the risk of negative outcomes. To develop systems thinking, explore how things might change under different circumstances. Look at possible associations and connections beyond the information that is being presented. Consider conducting an institutional analysis, which includes a robust review of existing practices, mechanisms, and procedures currently in place. Share your findings with relevant stakeholders and discuss both hidden and visible flows. Seek possible explanations and relationships. Think more globally about how you are part of major economic, environmental, and social systems. Consider how these systems directly impact one another and how they influence the immediate systems you work within.
All right, mashallah. So it's fine now. I think you okay, it's mustard, yeah. How many of you like mustard cheese?
Cheese.
Right? Everybody like it, yeah? Do you?
Yeah.
Wow. Now you understand that cheese has to has to reach Malaysia, but before it reached to Malaysia, how many places it's been? Just think about this mayonnaise, right?
Maybe.
Just think about this sauce that you have, you know, just they are giving you very simple example, by the way, very simple examples that, you know, that every day, every single day that we are having. Let's say we like burgers, right? Like burger, like McD burger, for example. You know that the beef inside it comes to you, but how many process from where it has to come? You know, in fact, you know, I would love to say this. You know, our parents, you know, my parents especially, when they ask us to eat, especially when we go for makan, for example, like dinner or lunch, before we start eating, they ask us to shukur Allah. They ask us to thank Allah for giving us this. But at the same time, my father used to tell me, you know, you should also think about the people who has put their efforts to bring this food to you. Do not just think that you bought this food and you are very happy because you bought it and you own it. No, let's say you are actually buying a food for 10 ringgit. Do you think you can actually produce that food with 10 ringgit? Do you understand my question? A very good food is 10 ringgit. Yes. Do you think you can actually prepare, produce that food all by yourself with 10 ringgit?
No.
No,
No.
no.
Do you know how much it takes if you have to produce one food all by yourself? It
No.
takes thousands and thousands of ringgit, but remember the time. Look at the time. The time that you are supposed to have that food, it takes years to make that food. Because I really like, you know, sometimes maybe you know this, maybe some YouTube channels, they have really very good, very creative kind of videos. There is a guy, I don't remember who and what. This guy always do from the scratch. Maybe some of you know it. He always do, because let's say last time I remember he wanted to have a coffee, all right? He wanted to drink a coffee, and then he said, I want to have my own coffee. He said from the scratch, you know, from the scratch means from the beginning. So he said, okay, let me have my own coffee. So he spent months and months to get his coffee bean, and then he got his, of course, the seed and then coffee bean, and then he has to, you know, fry it, and then he has to dry it, and then he has to make into something, and then he has to drink that coffee. By the time that he was drinking his own coffee, it was actually self-made coffee. So there are so many videos like that. I just want to give you this idea of system thinking. We lose this, because you see, when you and me throwing a food away, we are just throwing that food away because we are not doing the system thinking. Am I right? Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Exactly. When we are just throwing some device, when we are just throwing some pencils, we actually don't think about it, because we thought it's okay. This pencil cost you only 50 cents. Tapa lah, buang lah, tada masalah lah. So you just want to throw it away because this is very cheap. Murah, right? They said murah because it's very cheap. But there is no system thinking. That's why remember this traditional thinking and system thinking. From this is where actually, if you have this kind of thinking, which is a new paradigm of analysis that encourages and enables us to understand complex and often hidden dynamics throughout our world. Because if I enjoy my mustard cheese, then there must be someone back in India or back in France, someone must be seeding it, someone must be forming it. And I don't know how many months he's been there, how many water, how much of water and air he spent, and then how many things is being going through. But today I have that cheese with me. So this is what actually will enable you to understand the complex of your life. Yeah, that's quite interesting video. So now let me just continue with this again. Yeah, these three things that I told you, remember all the time: environmental, social, economic. So when it comes to environmental, a viable natural environmental. When it comes to social, is a social nurturing community. All right. And then it's okay, I'll put 10 minutes early, so that's why it's all right. We have 10 more minutes to go for prayer, right? Okay, so remember the environmental, a viable natural environment. Then we have social nurturing community. Then we have economic, sufficient economy. Sufficient economy, it has to be sufficient. If it is not, if it only for sufficient for rich people, if economy is only sufficient for big companies, then it is not sufficient. It has to be sufficient for poor and rich and everybody else, right? Faqir wal ghani kullu wahid, right? So I think this is the three things you always need to remember. Yeah, now we are going to the number two, the learning outcome, which is a question of development. What happened in current development? Because when you already learn what is systematic thinking, system thinking, now you can clearly understand what exactly the development is happening. So when I tell you the development, look, development is a word, but it can apply to any places. I mean, it can go to any places. There could be building development, there could be educational development, there could be medical development, there could be traffic and road and transport development, there could be financial development, banking sector, right? So there are thousands and thousands of developments are there. So now we simply, of course, there are technical development as well. Now let's say if I have to tell you, you learn about 2G last time, now 3G, then later 4G, now you are going to have 5G mobile phone, maybe in future, in very short time. So now do you understand that development that took you from 1G to 5G, or maybe later going to be 6G and 7G and 8G? So now these are the developments. What exactly we are gaining because of this development, and what exactly we are losing because of this development. Remember that there is not only always, there is no gain. There is no gain all the time. There is also loss, right? See, for example, those days the children were playing outside, with their friends and everything. Now you can see your siblings, even sometimes you get angry, isn't it? You get angry with your siblings if they are like 5 years, 7 years, 10 years old. You will be saying, why are always watching this? Why are always playing games, right? So now look at it. The technology brought some sort of development. At the same time, there's also good thing. Now, let's say they are not able to go to school right now, like for example my children, they are actually at home, they are learning from iPad, from tab, from computers, right? Gains are there and also loss are there. So this is what actually you need to think about, what happened in current development. All right, okay, now I'm going to just, there is going to be a slide, is a collaborate board. I want you to look into this. Okay, now you just need to tell me environmental issue in Malaysia. All right, I know this is just, I want to see what do you feel. Don't even think about whether you are right, you are wrong. Don't even think about your language. Don't even think about it. I just want you to collaborate. Just go there and start writing. How serious is environmental issues in Malaysia? Just like maybe one sentence enough. Just write one sentence. Tell me how serious is environmental issues in Malaysia, because as I told you, you are 19, 20 or 21, but you had a life. You already observed the environmental issues in Malaysia. Recently also we had many issues. talking about, I don't want to tell you now. You already know what I'm talking. We are going to talk about environmental issues in Malaysia. Just tell me, give me the names, what are they and everything. Then inshallah, I will be happy to see. Yes, very nice. Mushtaba has done something. Okay. Mushtaba says this. The pollution of river in Malaysia is very bad that the color of the water change. Very nice. Nicely done, Mushtaba. Go ahead. Go ahead. Faris is here. Very nice. I'm posting it here so that everyone can see. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't even think about mistakes. Don't even think about the wrong idea. I want you to come up with a wrong idea so that we can make it right. It's okay. It's your opinion, by the way. Whatever you said, it's okay. You can say whatever you like. That's why we have this water pollution, which affected thousands of people in Sri Lanka. Water disruption has caused many people, especially B40. Very nice. Nicely done, Paris. Very good. Yes, we have Fauzi, we have Anastasia, we have a Mior. Nice. Yes, it is very serious because we are living. Yes, the infrastructure development is adding into the seriousness of environment. Very good. Infrastructure development. Yes, the infrastructure development. Very nice. You can also go into specific, Anastasia. What kind of infrastructure development? Very nice. Very nice. Sometimes we don't really scale of pollution because of our ignorance. Exactly, that's right. Very good, very good. Okay, we have Afrina. A lot of natural disasters such as flood, especially in exactly. This is the one kind of problem. The disaster of flood, because I don't see much the flood because I live in Kuala Lumpur. Like last 10 years, I've been living in Kuala Lumpur. I don't see much. It's just only just recently only somewhere in Kuala Lumpur there was a flood, but people living in Kelantan and other places, right, they are still having this natural disaster. Exactly. Please go ahead, just write whatever you have. No, you don't have to stop. Okay, just write. Just write. Don't worry about your, yeah, just write. Even small, even 1 or 2 words are fine, still okay. The pollution are quite bad. I can see water pollution everywhere. Exactly. So also tell me, is there anything else other than the water pollution? Anything else you think? There was an idea, only certain places have serious, okay, exactly. And then we have Balkis. There are so many pollution today, such as air pollution. Yeah, air pollution. Remember, look, this is another one. Amazing, Farha. Farha, you said, noise pollution. Exactly. See, just mention the name, is enough. Amazing. Look how many things we have already: water, air, and then we have a noise pollution. We have infrastructural development problem, because when you talk about the building, high building, you are actually stopping the air go inside, right? This kind of thing. And nobody talks about I want to see some missing. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about this. Noor Ain Shuhada. Very nice. I want to talk about deforestation, because deforestation is a big issue. It looks like we are full of forest, but as I told you earlier, right? You just, do you want to wait until the fire comes to your home? No, you have to take the step before the fire comes to your home. Exactly. Very nice. Climate change. Exactly. Climate change is a big threat. Exactly. So amazing. You see, this is interesting, right? You can actually come up with this. Okay. Those people, Alhamdulillah, contributed. I also want others to contribute. There are so many other things as well. Let's go and contribute. Yeah. Thank you so much for contributing. So this is a daily toll. Look at what's happening today in the world. 60 million tons of carbon dioxide every single day. This is every single day happening. 50,000 hectares of forest being destroyed. 50,000 hectares of forest every single day. Up to 100 species extinct. Do you know that there are 100 species are going away every single day? There is no more. It's all gone already. 20,000 hectares arable land. 200,000 tons of fish caught every single day. Do you see this fish market? We are keeping it. We are We are actually keeping it for so many things, so many days, but we don't know whether it's been used. Later can be used, sometimes cannot be used, they will dump. If they cannot be used, they will, but people still want to keep those fishes, right? So these are the issues are there. Now, loss of okay, this is what unsustainable exploitation of resources. Yeah, remember this unsustainable. What are the unsustainable of resources? This is loss of biological diversity. 40% of our global economy is dependent on biological life, right? 17 million hectares of tropical forests destroyed each year. 70 to 100 species disappear every day. Water, soil, and air have been strained due to high pollution levels. See? These are the unsustainable exploitation resources. Yeah. So again, I give you again unsustainable exploitation resources. You can mention. You can start from 1971. Because this is the time where they started recording everything. 1971 global energy use has increased by 70%. And remember, it was in 1971. Global energy has increased 70%. After that, every single year, 2% of 2%, 2% increasing every single year. So this will increase greenhouse gases by 50% over current level. Increase atmospheric nitrogen from fossil fuel. You know, this fossil fuel is a big issue, and we became dependent to this fossil fuel. You and me cannot drive home without petrol. Am I right? Without petrol, you and me cannot drive home. So now we dependent. We don't have that, energy, green energy available yet. We are working on it. Yeah. So people are actually manufacturing this fossil fuel, and because of that, that countries like India and China and America, they have big, especially don't forget Saudi Arabia, Middle East, they are the kings of petrol and diesel, fossil fuel. They actually, taking out this oil from the earth. They are taking out all those minerals, and then not only taking out the minerals from the ground, they also firing it, and because of that, the smoke's going into the heaven, going into the sky. So it's creating lots and lots of pollution around, right? So natural resources, example soil, forests, fish, aquatic habitats continue to decrease. So this is what the problem, the issues that you need to understand. Why today we talk about sustainable development? Because of these issues. Remember always, these are the issues. Remember, this is very important. These are the issues, because of that we are talking. All right. See, the photos are here. Look at the fishes. Look at the city. Look at the urban city. Look at the rural city. How it is. How different it is. Yeah. Okay. There is an activity again here. I want to ask you, how fair is Malaysian economy? So now we are coming specific to economy. We talked about environment. Remember, we talked about environment. Remember these three things? Remember, what are they? Can anyone tell me what are they? Three things.
Environmental, social, and
Very,
economic.
very good. So we talked about environmental. Now we are talking about economical. The next we will talk about social. So now I'm going to start this activity for how fair is Malaysian economy. You just need to choose A, B, C, D, E. That's all right. And once I start activity, I leave it here, and then we can go for the prayer. We will come back 7:15. Is it okay? 7:15. Now it's 7. Can we come back on 7:15? Then we will continue the rest. All right. Meanwhile, whoever come early, you can start the activity. All right.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you. We'll see you 7:15. All right. Okay, I think we can start again. Yes, I can see the result. Mashallah. This is a kind of study to me. I mean, it's because this is how I can see your thinking, right? So how it is you actually think about your own economy, right? You can see that 50% they choose C, right? Unfair is a huge, exactly. That's the I really totally respect that your opinion. Then number two we have B, which is somewhat fair. Then in the third place um, we have actually no answer. So hey, I don't know what exactly that means. No answer. Yeah. Okay, good. Number fourth place, which is option number D, totally unfair. Totally unfair. Yes. Very good. Yeah, I understand. And then we have 0%. Nobody said very fair. Yeah. But I still don't understand why. Oh, maybe you don't. Maybe the time. Okay. I understand now. It's all right. It's all right. I think I got most of your. Yeah, that should be fine. All right. So I think that shows your understanding of economy, even though it's early, but still you know it can actually give me a synopsis of how you actually thinking of your economy. Perhaps maybe we might have some misunderstanding of which one do we call economy. It could be that because it's sometimes it's a complex subject to understand which part is actually economy, which part is not economy. Yeah, so I think that's the thing. So uh, still I didn't get around 15% of the members, but I think it's fine, no problem. Do you want me to run again? If you want me to run again, you can just mention your chat box. If not, it's fine with me. If you want to run again, you just let me know. For those 15%, yeah. Because there was only 2 minutes, 1 minute and 1 minute and 30 seconds, maybe. Yeah.
Can
Possible? You want me to do again?
Yes, possible.
Okay, good. I think all 33 is here because I just want to see what that 15% of you. 15% means out of 33 is around 5 to 7 people. Yeah. Okay. Let me just start the activity. Okay, now you can do it. Yeah. Go ahead. Redo. Yeah. You can see the number is changing. Yeah. Okay, good. Wow. So this is the real number actually. I'm looking at it. Yeah. I know this is only 33 students, but this 33 could be a sample. We call it sample study, right? We choose 33 students. You are the mindset of the youth, especially today. the youth that doing their undergraduate. You are actually the mirror. You are the mirror of those people. Uh-huh. Okay, good. MashaAllah, very good. 66, okay, it's finished already. 66.7 is actually unfair. They said there is a huge differences, right? I think the number increased, I think I totally respect your view, because you should be critical. Remember this. You actually you are doing great, I'm telling you, when you actually understand what's going on. When you understand, you have to criticize, you have to be critical. Let's say, I always tell to my students, if you feel like my way of teaching is not good, you have all the right to come and tell me, sir, I don't like you the way that you are teaching. I always tell them, because at the end of the day, we have to be mutually benefiting each other. You have to be critical. You cannot be like, okay, let him do whatever he do. I don't have choice, so I have to do. No, not like that. You can make impact, but the first point you need to understand, how you have to be critical. I really appreciate the way you are critical. Then only, if you are not critical, then there is no good thing gonna happen. Yeah. I think mostly the lawyers, or I think the lawyers, I think said this. I guess so. I'm not very sure. I'm just saying. Good start, by the way. All right. So now let me tell you this equality versus equity. I think you learned the word. I think mostly the law background, they understand the word equality and equity. So look at these three pictures. You can clearly see the first picture is equal. They are giving equal right, but equal height. But you can look at the first picture, the last person cannot see anything. The second picture, they are not giving actually the equal right. It's based on equity, because the third person is very short, so they put additional block so that he can watch the football. It's not actually football, it's some other game, maybe cricket or baseball game. I think baseball, because it's an American photo, right? So it should be baseball. If it is Indian photo, it will be cricket. Yeah. If it is Malaysian, I think must be football. Yeah. Okay. So look at the second picture. Look at the third picture. This is very nice. Yeah. All three can see the game without any supports and accommodation, because the cause of the inequality was addressed. The systematic barrier has been removed. Now everybody can see on their own without any support. I think we need to achieve that. Sometimes, we have this issue. This is actually a legal issue as well. I think in some countries, like for example, country like in India, back in India, because I know about my country, I can talk about my country. Back in India, you can see that there are a couple of problems in caste system. I think you know about caste system, right? Shu'ub, qabail, right? So these are the caste systems are there. So now there are certain people considered backward. They are actually considered very backward. So now the government is giving some initiative. The government is actually helping them to come up. So they said you have a free education, free hospitality, this and that. But they are offering it, but still the change is not happening. The high class people always getting rich and richer, becoming richer. The low class people always becoming poor and poorer. So I think that can explain the third picture. If you remove those hurdles, barriers, cultural barriers, social barriers, if you remove those barriers, then you can clearly, everyone can watch the game. This is what actually we need to promote. Yeah. See. Okay. Then also I want you to just open this. I think you can also open this to see. Now we are coming into social issues. Remember, before this we were talking about the economic issues, before the environmental issues. Now we are coming to the social issues. Now tell me, what about the social issues? You were telling me about the economy, Malaysian economy. What about the Malaysian society? Is there any racial tension still a major issue in Malaysia? Then actually you can go through this. You can click on this, then it will take you to that, you know, full article about New Straits Times. You can see the full article if you click on that. Yeah. Okay. The article talks about, you know, racial tensions remains a prevalent issue in Malaysia, which must be addressed to avoid further detrimental impact on the country, said Prime Minister Tan Sri Mahyuddin Yassin. Mahyuddin Yassin, yeah. So this is about Makmur Bersama 2030. He is actually giving some speech on this issue. All right. Again, you can also see in this place, I want you to, you know, think and tell me, write down how stable is Malaysian society, because last time we were talking about environmental, right? Then you gave me some points, some vote for economic issue. Now I'm asking you about social issue. How stable is Malaysian society? Is there any issues of racial unity among Malaysian? Do you think is there any issues of racial unity among Malaysian? So please go ahead and we will see you. I really want to see how focused you are, how open you are, you know, how critical you are. It's very good. This, remember, whatever we are doing, this is just we are doing for the sake of academy. We are not part of politics. We are not part of government. This is purely academic. Here we ask you to think. We make you to do the system thinking so that you can understand what's happening. Every one of you, remember, every one of you, whether regardless of your background, regardless of where you come from, regardless of who you are, every single one of you has the value to express your comments, because we give you the value, because I don't want anyone leave behind. I don't want to just say okay, I don't want to ignore some of you and then take some of you. No, I want, to me, every one of you is precious, and every one of your values, your comments actually considered. Yeah, go ahead, talk about it. It is only between you and me, that's all. It's not going any other places. Yeah, go ahead, start writing. Don't worry about it, just start writing. Yes, very nice. We have Mushtaba, we have Alif Ayman, we have Fazril Fauzi, we have Anastasia. All right, very nice. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
There is a student that
Oh,
cannot
sorry.
enter. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Now I think possible. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Please stop me anytime if you have any issues in broadcasting. Yeah. Please don't wait until I come. Sorry about it. Yeah, I think two of them, they just joined. Yeah. Okay, repeat again for the two of them. Please go back to, I'm asking you to write something on social issues in Malaysia. Like right now, you can see the near pod. Go to the near pod and then you key in 782x6, and then you just go to this page, and then you will see social issue in Malaysia. I want you to be open and tell, how do you feel? What do you think the social issue? How stable is Malaysian society? When we talk about Malaysian, it's about everybody, right? Is there any issues of racial unity among Malaysian? It can be right, it can be wrong. It's it's your opinion. Nobody can say that your opinion is wrong. Nobody. You have all the right to say your opinion. Very nice. I see very nice things are coming. Yeah. Nice. Malaysians usually unite when it comes about sport, either football, badminton. Very nice. Major racial issues are still arise in Malaysia, but I think it is stable. It's still peace. Very nice. Positive. Depending on the subject area itself. Depending. Very good. Some area experiences more tense racial tension than others, and some are more exposed to the values. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm really seeing it nicely. These are the very good developments. Quite stable, but there are still a number of people who are very racist because they think their group is the best. Ah, very nice point. All right, don't worry. I will not mention your name. I just read only your idea. All right. There were still racist issues in the country between the races. Yes, true, really true. We showcase it to the outside world and selectively that we live harmoniously. Sometimes the issues of racial unity arise during the small actions that we don't realize, such as prejudice. Very nice. We always associate a certain race when bad things happen. Exactly. You know, there must be somebody to be blamed, right? Always. The punching bag, huh? They always need the punching bag. Nice. It's pretty unstable, especially during the election and sometime during the school, because a lot of them like to stay in their group instead of just mingle around with other races. Oh, that's a good point. Whenever a person did something wrong, other people will blame the race instead of the person himself. It's true. Yes, it can be seen in the way how different races are treated differently in the perspective of incarceration. Some were abused and tortured in prisons merely because of their races, and surely has created chaos and dispute among different races. Mashallah, quite stable, but there may be some. See, this is actually when you are talking like this. This one seriously brings your memory and your record of something, because you actually you actually had some experiences, and then you just want to, you are reacting right now, because when the moment I ask you to do this, you are actually reacting to that because it's already there in your mind. See, this is amazing, right? When you are talking like this, when you are saying like this, it's actually somewhere in your mind. Now I give you an option, an opportunity, and you are actually releasing it, which is very nice. You shouldn't be keeping it in yourself. Very nice. That's why tomorrow, who knows, maybe another ministers or MP or MLA may go from here, right? So this is how you should be exercised. Thank you so much for your ideas. I really appreciate. Okay, again, yes, there are a couple of issues that we have some informations from internet. You can see some news, some fact, like this one: irresponsible parties are exploiting religious matters. Yeah, because this is what we call a dirty politics. Yeah, when they bring the race and religious together, sometimes just for the sake of religious identity, they use the people. So these are the things. This is not true Muslim faith. This is not true Islamic faith. This is actually for the sake of politics, for the sake of power. And remember, this is not something new. It's been happening for so long already. It's been happening all the time. So don't think this is something new. Yeah. Okay. But the most important thing, that you have to react to it. That one I really appreciate whenever you react. Okay. So this is actually introduction to sustainable development. I just want to, this is amazing video, because just now you were talking about the racial issues, and I want you to see this video. You will enjoy this. Please watch it.
Perhatian, dengar sini semua. Kepada sesiapa sahaja yang sedang berada di pavilion, mari kita bermain satu permainan untuk menguji minda anda tentang Malaysia. Lihat kotak-kotak berwarna tu. Itu kotak-kotak pembahagian kaum di Malaysia. Etnik Sabah Sarawak, atau jika ada berbangsa Punjabi dan lain-lain. Korang boleh berdiri dalam kotak warna. Yang Melayu diri dalam kotak warna, bangsa Cina dalam kotak warna, dan India dalam kotak warna. Ini bukan nak diskriminasi ke apa tau. Tunggu, okey? Soalan yang pertama. Siapa di sini makan nasi lemak untuk breakfast pagi tadi? Okey, sila kembali ke kotak-kotak anda tadi. Siapa di sini suka badminton? Tak kisahlah main ke, tengok je ke.
Semua masuk.
Okey, balik ke kotak asal. Siapa di sini yang lahir pada bulan Ogos?
Go, go, go.
Soalan seterusnya. Siapa di sini pernah ada atau masih mempunyai kawan baik selain bangsa anda sendiri? Siapa di sini percaya bahawa Malaysia merupakan negara yang maju dan harmoni?
Maju, maju, maju.
Siapa di sini yang bangga jadi rakyat Malaysia? Siapa di sini boleh nyanyikan lagu negaraku? Anda telah berjaya membuktikan bahawa Malaysia ini kita punya.
Okay. All right. I hope you're not crying. Yeah. Let's see the activity. All right. What is your view on this? Just tell me. What do you think? What is your view on this? Yeah. Just answer. Nice, great game. Yeah, just one word enough. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Nice. Go ahead. I want everybody to answer. Just one word. That's it. Just one word answer. Yeah. The video still continues. Malaysia is very united. MashaAllah. Good. Good. Wow. I like this. Goosebumps. Yeah. Like it. The bond between races in Malaysia is strong. MashaAllah. I like it. Come on, go ahead. Everybody answer. Come on. I don't have much time. I only have 20 minutes to finish the entire class. Really touching. Wow. MashaAllah. Good. Very good, right? The participation only 33%. What happened to other 22 students? Only 11 students participated.
Cannot write here.
Sorry?
We cannot write.
Oh,
So we cannot write.
you
Yeah.
cannot write. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Cannot
that.
write
Why?
Yeah, we cannot write it.
Inna lillah. That's why I didn't see. Okay, I understand now. Now 87. Now everybody wrote. Amazing. It's really happy.
Still kind.
Oh, but I see
sir,
everybody's writing here.
Yes, sir. Every time you press share, we cannot write. It comes up to our screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I shouldn't be doing it. Okay. I'm sorry. It's my mistake then. Okay. I won't do sharing now. I'm sorry. It's my mistake. No problem. MashaAllah. Now everybody attended. MashaAllah. Amazing. 87. Go ahead. Go ahead. Another few.
Okay, done.
Then everyone. I want everyone. I want to see 100% for this. 87, which means 27. Still cannot.
Sir, we can write.
You can write. Can you write?
Yes, sir.
Please write. Please write. I don't do anything. You can write now.
No.
MashaAllah. Okay. Please write.
Okay.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Amazing. 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 Let's see the remaining the video. Okay. What happened to the remaining the video? Okay, I just need to. Okay, mashallah. Amazing. Let me play. Okay, look at the remaining video.
At the end of the day, it just made me realize that we are very patriotic and we unite as one.
I think it's about because I was standing, there were next to me, it was like from different races. There's Chinese next to me, Indian next to me, I am Malay, and we're together, one song, nyanyi sama-sama.
Perasaan patriotik semakin berkobar-kobar.
Dengan Cina, India, Melayu sekali together.
Semua tak sombong.
All right, mashallah. That's great video, isn't it? Sayangi Malaysia Ku. Amazing, 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 right? So everybody just give a hand for this effort. So I can hear your claps. Nice. Thank you so much for participating. This is amazing. So I think now you understand, we have issues, we have problems, but we are in this together. We are together in this. Yes, we have problems, but we can actually overcome the problems. It's only the lack of communications, that's what actually we are because of that only we are facing problems. If we open up and we see, and then we see everything together with system thinking, then I think it is possible to solve. That's why when they talk about this sustainability program, and then at the beginning, people actually fail to understand, but now everybody coming in. You see those days that people bringing if you go back to 10-15 years, people think about battery car. Why should I go for a battery car when my car can go 100 kilometer per speed per mile, because they want to go fast. But today people are changing. They are thinking they are going to the solar power, they are going to the battery cars, they are going to the green economy, green everything, because they actually changed, the mentality actually changing, because this is what the new society is all about. So with that, let me give you the basic concept of sustainability. 3 basic concepts are there. Remember this. Number 1, living with certain limits of the Earth's capacity to maintain life. Number 2, understanding the interconnections among economy, society, environment. Remember these 3 things, right? Economy, society, environment. Maintaining a fair distribution of resources and opportunity for this generation and the next. Remember, sustainable means able to maintain. What exactly sustainability means? What? I have to use the resources that I have. At the same time, I should not waste, because these resources can be useful for the next generation. That's simple, very simple. I'm using it today. I should not waste anything today, because if I don't use it, tomorrow it can be used. You see in your room, the fan is on, and nobody using it, and you are going there, and then you are switching off the fan so that the energy is actually kept saved, so that tomorrow someone can use the energy. Now every time I use the energy, I use the electricity, what happens that the Tenaga National, the TNG, they have to produce more electricity. Remember, when they are producing more and more electricity, they have to use the fossil fuel. they have to use the petrol. They have to use the energy to produce energy. Energy won't come for free. Energy comes from another energy. So when you need energy, they have to use, they have to fire it up. The fire itself is an energy, and because of the firing something, the pollution is happening. So your sustainability starts from switching off the fan when nobody is using. Your sustainability starts when you close the tab. You know, people talk about water management all the time. I want to bring a model to develop the water management, because water is going to be a big commodity in future. Today maybe petrol, maybe after 5-10 years nobody will buy petrol. Remember that. That time, you know which one is the most expensive commodity? Water. Because we will have a lake of water. Water will be the big commodity. That time people will be talking about, you know, water management, this and that. But let me tell you, your water management starts from you when you switch off the tap, when you close the tap, when you use the water, little water, for your wudu, for your ghusl, for your taking baths and everything. This is where actually sustainability starts from you. Yeah. Okay, sustainable development definitions. I give you 4 different definitions, but it goes to the same meaning. My favorite one is the first one. Development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Yeah, the rest all I want you to read yourself, but this is all giving the same meaning, sustainable development. This is also sustainable development, living good life, thinking about future generation, systematic planning, living quality life within the carrying capacity of ecosystem, dynamic process, meeting the needs of future generation. Look, meeting the needs of future generation. So we have to be the future. We have to think about the future, right? This is what sustainable development. You know, because we actually cause a lot of problem. We means not me and you, our ancestors, our fathers, our grandfathers, our great grandfathers. They caused a lot of problem they didn't know. Today also we are causing the problem we didn't know, but the universe is actually changing. And look at it in a good way. Put it in a good perspective. Tomorrow I don't want my children have a problem breathing. Tomorrow I don't want my children to have problem in drinking water, right? Again, if you look at Malaysia, everything is so good, but same thing. I'm telling you, when the fire is coming, will you be stopped? Will you be inside your home and thinking that the fire is not coming, or you will come outside and stop the fire? So this is what actually we need to think about it. Yeah. Yeah. So this is where the environmental, now you see all these 3 things together: environmental, economy, social, right? Now see, there are so many things together. I want you to look into it. When it comes to environmental and social together, we have sustainable, natural, build environment. When you think about environment, economic together, then you have sustainable economic development. When you think economy and social together, then you have equitable social development. And all these 3 things together is what? Sustainable development. Right? Okay. Now I just want you to do a very short answer. What are the relations between the 3 components? Just give me a small answer, that's all. What are the relations between the 3 components? How to see them as one ecosystem?
So I can't write anything.
You cannot write anything? But Farah wrote something. I
still cannot write anything.
Okay, can you writing now?
No.
Okay, I wonder. Okay, now people can write. Faiz wrote something. Faris wrote something.
Sir, Professor, right now we can't write anything.
Yeah, right now we cannot write anything. We came up with a screen again.
Because Dr. shared one of the answer.
Sharing too.
Should I share?
Dr. should unshare the answer.
Okay, I unshare already.
Yes.
Okay,
we
okay.
can now.
Okay, please go ahead. Yeah.
Can I add one answer?
Yeah, please. Whatever possible, please add. Yeah. Come on, you have only 2 minutes. Very nice. All of them impacted our life. Yes, if one or adversely affected the ecosystem. Yeah, good. All of them are important. Very good. All of them, the components are needed to stabilize. Yes. All of the 3 components play a big role in our life. Yes. Nice. I can see the answers. Yeah. The stability of it gave life to creation. Okay, good. Very good. You see, I just want you to see all these three things together. Yeah. الاقتصاد, الاجتماع, البيئة. Right? الاقتصاد is economy. الاجتماع is society. And then you have البيئة. البيئة is actually environmental. Very nice. The elements affect one another if not properly monitored. Very nice, Anastasia. Then they can affect us and our lives. Fatima, good. Farah, all of them will impact our life. Muhammad Ali, the stability of it give life to creation. Ayman, all of them are important to live in a better world. Atika, need to take care of each one of them nicely. Yes, Sarah, all those 3 components so important and it has interconnection among them. Yes, good. Very nice, very nice. We have only 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Thank you so much. I think you 70% already, did this. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Now I can share, right? If I share, shouldn't be a problem, right? But I don't know what's happening in your screen. Is it only one things are sharing or everything? Only one, yeah. When I share with you, only one you can see.
Only the selected one.
Okay. Only the selected one. Okay. Because I'm also quite new to this system. This is my first time I'm teaching in this system. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. MashaAllah. You see, I think you already reached the way you have already reached the position that I wanted to see. MashaAllah. Even in the first class. Thank you so much. Jazakumullah khair. Okay, then we have 5P that I told you last time: people, property, prosperity, peace, partnership, and planet. Yeah, this 5 thing also. Think about it. We may come again in the next few weeks. We will talk about these 5 things again: people, planet, prosperity, peace, partnership. All right. Remember this 5P. Then again, remember these 17 goals. I know it's very hard to remember, but you just type 17 goal and then it will come to your image. No poverty, zero hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, clean water. So these are the 17 clusters they have. They are working on these clusters. All these 17 has been given among our Kulliyyahs. It has given because we are actually working on it. We are producing papers. We are doing some projects. There are so many things. Even some Kulliyyah is actually cleaning the water, cleaning the river, because I know you just came. I didn't even start talking to you about UIE, what UIE has done to this sustainable development. We got the award. I didn't even start talking about it. Inshallah, I will talk to you later in the next class. Yeah. Okay. This is the 17 goals. Look, I told you 3 things, right? Social pillar. These are the goal. Economic pillar. These are the goal. Environment pillar. These are the goal. Then you have 2 left. They call it inclusive development, which is number 16 and 17. So now you can see goal number 1 until 6, it's social. Goal number 7 until 11, economic. Goal number 12 until 15, environmental. Then 16 and 17, the additional one, inclusive development. Yeah, you can also remember in that way, because this is what actually we are going to learn in the entire semester, by the way. That's why I'm just giving you a head up. So from MDG was 2000 to 15. They had MDG, Millennium Development Goals. They had only 8. Then they convert into SDG, Sustainable Development Goal, which is 17 goals. This is the evolution, right? What's new with SDG? These are the things that 8 MDG becomes 17 SDG. So they actually, basically they expanded so that we have more members, we have more clusters to work on it, more clear. That's why these are the differences. Again, if you want to see more differences, you can go to this one. What is to be sustained for how long? What is to be developed? Right? These are the things also. You can go back and read whenever you have time. Yeah. Okay. And then, yes, the classroom result. They are showing this result. I also don't know why they are showing this result. Should I just click on pair? Okay. You can see this, right? Pairs. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being. Right. Match the goal with its symbol. Can you see something? Can you just do the matching? I hope you are doing. Oh, inshallah. Yeah, very nice. I can see now. Because, you know, your view and my view is different, by the way. That's why I sometimes don't know what's happening the other side. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Okay, nice. Mashallah, good. You did it. Let's see who did well. Wow, we have 7 out of 12. Nice. We have 8 out of 12. Wow, mashallah. Very nice. Good. 12 out of 12. Mior, very good. 16 points. 16 tries, by the way. Okay. Very nice. We have everybody now. Understand? Yes. What is it?
Sorry, it was after 16 tries.
Oh.
It's not very good.
Okay. Don't worry. It is good. You know, the thing is you tried for 16 times. That matters. That matters. You keep on trying. That is very good. So, mashallah, we have, let's say, okay, again, let me see. Still doing it, right? Okay. Nice. This is a good game, by the way. Amazing. I really like your encouragement and your collaboration in this. Thank you so much for doing this. All right. So alhamdulillah, we have done it, and this is the last slide, and this is what the learning inputs and outcomes. So we talked about definition, we talked about evolution of sustainable development, we talked about what exactly development it is, and we talked about the balance between 3 things, right? Economy, social, environment, and finally we discussed about sustainable development goals and also 5P. We talked about 5P, and then we talked about the 17 goals. I think that's all from me. So let me just, thank you for this. So that's all from me. I'm just stopping the recording now so that